Alright, should be recording. So, yeah, back in Darksiders 2. And yeah, I am still on it. I wasn't sure. It's only been 2 weeks. It feels so much longer than that because of all the stuff I've been working on, like the F1 2020 review that I will talk a little bit about later.
1,000 souls wailing for vengeance, a mighty battle, an old friend returned. The way to the well is yet closed to you, rider, but there are keys for every door.
Alright. Where am I? I need to go this way. But yeah, so let me just quickly look at the stuff that I got here that I want to have in my list to talk about. F1 2020, the Ryzen XT series, Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning, Mafia Definitive Edition, that's been delayed to September 25th from August 28th, so about a month. That basically covers that's been delayed. H.266, Sony investing in Epic, and that the Apple Silicon stuff may also hit AMD, it looks like. I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being a bit different than how it's hitting Intel, sorry. But yeah, I want to start with 2020, the F1 2020, because I did enjoy that game, I really did, and I credit that well, at least you pointed me to that. Personally, I credit the gameplay of F1 2020 was already solid. So it was already, a lot of fun, in part because it kind of the gameplay of F1 2019. And I don't remember if I actually did make that comment or not in the review. I may have. Come on. How do I get up there? Yeah, that's down. I am... There we go. Oh, Crucibles. Alright. Probably not gonna use it. Also, using this. Yeah, I couldn't tell you how the gameplay of 2020 and 2019 differ on just the straight racing, which is fine with me. Yeah, 2019 felt very good. It was a lot of fun. But definitely the My Team stuff, I was very impressed by that. It was quite good in my opinion. Is quite good. So that, for those that don't know, with F1 2020, Codemasters added to it this My Team feature, which, well, it's more of a system than just a single feature. But it's basically you get to create your own F1 team. If I need to let them talk.
I am tempted to ask that you wield that weapon and turn the tide of this war. But I fear the Destroyer would capture it again and turn it to his dark purpose. No, better that you remove it from this world and into the safekeeping of the White Army. We will make our stand here until the Hellguard is no more.
I would stand with you, Uriel. My brother's fate takes me on another path.
You have proven yourself honorable, a virtue little known with your kind. But if I ever see him, war must answer for his crimes.
He could not have brought this upon the earth, and I will see my brother spared.
Do what you will, Ryder. But this world is lost, and that cannot be undone.
And what of the Hellguard, Uriel? Every blade down, eventually.
That's what I'm counting on. The demons will suffer all the more when we force the blade home.
Okay. So that I'll head back, and stuff happens. I don't remember if this will come with me. Yeah, I think I actually need to. Yeah. But yeah, so with the My Team feature, you get to basically be the owner, driver, or driver-manager for a new F1 team. And it really, to me, it like added what I need
Be
in that game,
careful
really.
what you wish for, Archon. You just might get
Like, it really got me
The rod of Arafat.
invested in the game
have been
in a way I
waiting
didn't feel in some of the previous games.
long.
Like, I cared that a teammate was doing so badly.
Powerful as I
Things like that.
imagined.
Then you should have no problem clearing a path into your city.
A path? No. I will clear the entire realm. I will burn away the shadows with holy light. If you are to reach the Citadel, you will need wings.
Alright. Formula 1 cars are probably faster, but they don't fly.
Seek out the scribe most ancient. He still wanders the ruins. He can help you end your quest.
Alright. I'm not controlling, so just getting a nice ride here. But yeah, so at some point, I like to say, yeah, I can say this. I want to be able to put more time into F1 2020. I don't know if I will be, when I may be able to, / if I will be able to, just because enough other things that it's like I need to focus my time on. Some stuff that I think is cool, some stuff I think will be really interesting. We'll just have to see. Things like I need to get it all done and then shared and all that. Alright, but what was the next thing? The Ryzen XT processors. So, from what I've seen, they are a cause of polarization, it seems. Where I've seen, it seems consistently, yes, the performance is like, yeah, this isn't all that terribly impressive, so there's no reason to get them over the original Ryzen processors. But was it hardware in box, or was it? I'm trying to remember which it was now. It was the hardware in box with level 1 techs. No, hardware in box was really not impressed by it. It was level 1 techs that talked about how, with all of the XT the processors they were working with, they were able to get to the 1900 megahertz on the Infinity Fabric, which is impressive. That isn't something that was consistently the case with the other processors. And I think I saw somewhere where AMD did state this isn't a binning thing. That this is not, the XTs are not just the result from better binning of the already available CPU dies. It is actually using a different process, which very possibly is just TSMC, figured out some improvements, implemented it in there, and so it's like a not a completely new node, but definitely an optimized node, and could be something like that, which would be good because that, continuing effort on the 7nm stuff, even if it isn't directly the same, is still going to be a positive for some of the future stuff, like the EUV, potentially. But, yeah, that ability to... Anyway, that ability to... for all of this to handle the higher Infinity Fabric also means then that you'd be able to run it at the optimal 2-to-1 ratio Infinity Fabric to memory frequency at 3800 megahertz on the DDR4. That is a good improvement. Is it necessarily something that most people are going to care about? No, not at all. There will be some that would care, but by and large, no. There's not going to be that much interest But to say that they are unimportant or insignificant is incorrect. There is purpose to them. It's just not a, oh, these are what now you can claim performance pound from Intel kind of thing. But one thing though, that comment I had seen, that was apparently from AMD, that this is not just binning, this is actually a slight change to the node. That makes it interesting to me, because it would make me think then that this isn't meant to just be something something before we get Zen 3 later in the year. Which, yes, that is coming later in the year. That has been confirmed. Apparently, Lisa Su had said something in some video that it's performing well in labs, and we should be seeing it just later this year, towards the end of the year. Which, you know, we'll see what comes with that. It will be interesting, I think, since that will be... Zen 2 was such a major change, and Zen 3, I want to say, is also supposed to be a large change, but Zen 2 is so positive, I think it will be interesting to see what changes come on top of that because of what they've learned from Zen 2. So, yeah, it's... Remember that, I mean, just basically my thinking is that Zen 2 is a very, very well-designed thing. It's also the first architecture to use this specific chiplet design. So now AMD has experience with that. What are they going to be capable of going forward? You kind of think that's what is kind of on my mind concerning it, is that this could be really good. Wasn't certain if that would work. It doesn't feel like it's only been 2 weeks. It really doesn't. What else we got? Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning, so that's a remaster from THQ Nordic. And interestingly, they've also announced a new expansion for it, Fatesworn, I think is the name, but I never played the original. I think I may have played the demo, but I might be thinking of something. So yeah, I don't know, it definitely is interesting. I do like seeing some of these games, though, be remastered. It's like, hey, I hadn't played that. Well, now I can, you know, maybe see about getting the remaster and playing that. Plus, it's also, if a game has been remastered, there's a good chance at least the original was fun, right? It's like you wouldn't remake a bad game. What? I'm sorry, it is so stupid, this camera, that's like, you can be standing right next to something, be facing it, you hit the button, and it's like, nope, I targeted something else. I mentioned the Mafia 3. So the next thing on that list there is, the specification for H.266 has been finalized, which, boy, has that been interesting to see how some people have reacted to that news. Just how many comments I'd seen with people basically being like, who cares? You know, AV1 is best, to, you know, or just to the... Seriously. Or just the, like, you know, generic, oh, this is just gonna be a failure because it's closed source. Because it's gonna be closed, or they're gonna screw up the licensing issues, which, to be fair, they did screw up licensing with H.265. But hopefully they also realize that, oh, we really screwed up the licensing for H.265. For those of you that aren't aware, H.264 AVC, that codec, basically all of the patents and such for it were held. A corporation was made to hold those patents and such, which means that I screwed this. Because I do kind of remember how some of this stuff goes. I want to actually do it. So that when a company wanted to license it, they could go to just the one place and be able to. I think we'll switch over here. Or is no, I'm not. Yeah, I must need to go down here. Because I'm pretty sure you... Oh, no, I was wrong. Do need to fight. So, like, Sony wanting to work on something for Blu-ray, they could go to just this one corporation and get the permission that they would need to do so. But with 265, it was actually separated between two corporations. So you couldn't, you would need permission, you needed some sort of deal with both, and it just was so messy that it worked against itself. Same thing about it, 265 is supposed to be a better codec than 264, but 264 has dominated the entire lifespan of 265. Without exception. Come on. Can I just... No, I can't. There should be something else that I'm just missing. That gets the water flowing or whatever and opens up that lower switch, that platform, so that I can get my main body over there. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they're not gonna be stupid with 266. But they're saying that it will offer here it is. That's what I was looking for. They will offer 50% better efficiency than 265. We'll just have to wait and see if that ends up being true or not. But it is definitely interesting, and yeah, I mean, it will be interesting, which that may end up beating AV1, which, you know, as far as efficiency, that does matter. You know, if you can beat that's a good thing. Even though AV1 is still so early on that you really can't judge what's gonna come with that. There. Okay, that permanently opened up these things. Oh, and also lets me get here. I remember this, yeah. So it gives bonus gold kills. Or guild, I guess is technically what it's called. Alright, where... Oh, I missed something back there. You know, I'm just gonna go with that, because I will forget. Oh, and I also did see one thing. Phoronix was reporting that apparently in Intel's... Okay, I wasn't making this. But apparently in Intel's commits, it looks like the Xe processors, GPUs, will have AV1 decode acceleration. Which that's definitely interesting, because that could be the first hardware decode acceleration. And we will have to see. I don't know what the status is for either NVIDIA or AMD, but I do remember all three companies were involved with the development of AV1. So, to varying degrees, I want to say AMD was a lower level partner. But that could just have been, the whole who invested as much money, and both Intel and NVIDIA have a lot of money. Far more than AMD, so it's, it's harder to say just how important that is. What's next one? Oh yeah, Sony investing in Epic. Technically it isn't final yet, because it needs to go through the usual regulatory approval kind of stuff. I know what this is. There. It's the portal gun thing, basically. And it is interesting. Not necessarily that's that surprising when you stop and think about it, but it is still kind of a, wasn't seeing that coming. $250 million, and it's... I don't think I actually need to do the press on. No, I guess it does make a difference. Okay. I feel like I'm about to fight. Am I? Yep. There. Alright. Okay, now... There. There. And by the way, this is not the final piece of equipment. You do get one more that is actually... that changes this. The portal gun thing to actually have it impact time. So you can go through time. Alright. What do we have here? Oh. Oop. There. It will heal me. Where's... I can't use it. Level 20. What level am I? Yes, this. Where do I see what? Oh, over there. 19. I'm getting there. Alright. Anyway, going back to the Epic Sony thing. It's also not all that surprising, even though it's unexpected, I would say. Because Sony and Epic were working together on the UE5 demo. And the whole, using, taking advantage of the bandwidth possible with the new SSD. Which I kind of feel like I want to check some stats. Let's check the specifications, because I see people saying that, oh, Sony's is the faster. It's like, I'd have to go back and check, but I feel like that's not actually true. That the Xbox Series X thing is not slower. That its SSD is not slower than the PlayStation 5. It's just like the compression and such was different. It's like, Sony was touting the bandwidth with the compression, whereas Microsoft wasn't necessarily doing that. check if there's anything here. So yeah, it's like I just find that odd, but it's also, you know, personally, it to me is sort of a kind of, huh? Hang on. I want to see if I'm able to get up here or not. If I am, then what am I doing? Not. By not going there. Oh no, this is the way I came in. I forgot that. Oh well. I don't mind wasting a little bit of time. But it's also, I saw one place make the point that this investment, $250 million, is really a small stake in Epic because they've gotten so large thanks to Fortnite money, basically. And also the Epic Games Store, but that, I mean, yeah, they've used Fortnite money to really push that. And nothing wrong with that, it's just, you know, Fortnite is one hell of a cash cow, and they have been taking advantage of that. There. Oh. There. Actually, I should probably look. What am I using? Am I using that? No, that's what I have. Okay, that is what I have equipped. So no, it doesn't look like I have anything. Well, actually, this is significantly better. I'm not going to change any of that. The only ones here that I want to change, the only thing I want to change to is level 20. I can't use it yet. We'll be ashamed to lose the shock damage, but yeah. What was the last thing? Oh yeah, the Apple moving to basically all their internal silicon, all the so-called Apple silicon, not so basically what was found was that somebody, when looking through slides, saw that AMD, well, specifically Radeon GPUs were not listed for some of the Apple Silicon systems going forward. Which AMD has had that for years now. The partnership with Apple. Ow. And as I recall, the reason for that was that basically NVIDIA sucked to work with. That they just wouldn't provide the kind of support that Apple needed, which was part of the reason why you also saw so many, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. So many Apple systems that were using out-of-date GPUs for a while. Okay. I feel like just calling this out, this is one of those design things that I absolutely despise in so many games. And it was like, you know, a fad among so many designers at the time that this was made. which is, okay, we're going to introduce this new enemy to you that's a pain in the ass. You beat it. Good for you. You're drained of everything, though. Here's 2 more. It's like, immediately, here's 2 more. No breaths to catch. Just immediately have that. It's like, this is stupid. This is really stupid. Anyway. So yeah, it would seem then that potentially, Apple will cease using Radeon GPUs as well, using their own internally designed GPUs, which I kind of doubt it, but at the same time, it makes sense that Apple would try, at least with some of their systems, to do this, but I wouldn't think all, because, okay, the graphics stuff, yeah, they'll probably be able to handle it, but some of the compute, I don't know. I would think that they might not be able to go away from AMD for compute things. That's just, no, AMD knows how to get better performance out of that than Apple might be able to. Ow. There. Ah. Let's just do this. I've been holding on to that charge for so long. Oh boy. Alright, no. No. Yes. It is actually.
The horseman cometh!
Okay, that is absolute bullshit. It's like, oh, I know to track you through this portal thing that I've only just seen you make. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And it's like, I come through the portal, immediately shot. It's like, no, you need to break the tracking. At least I don't need to do the aphid things again. Oh, perfect. This is perfect, because it means I have them separated, and I can handle them separated very easily. Alright. Now, of course, also, Apple moving to their own silicon will take time. It's not like that's going to happen right away. Okay, I've finally figured out where I am, kind of. How do I want that? I mean, there's got to be some way to break that. I don't know where a bomb is. something else that's also interesting with the idea that they would go to their own GPUs is that it's like the rumor for the explanation for why they are dropping Intel was quality control issues with Skylake specifically. And what's interesting about that is there hadn't been rumors that they'd been having any issues with AMD. So, it could just be for some of the products, we're just going to go all Apple Silicon. We're not going to have anything else. And for other products, it may be like, nah, we're going to keep using what is best for us to use. Because, it's not like AMD hasn't been good partners with them. They've made several products exclusive to Apple. Potentially to the chagrin of various users. There it is. I knew I saw it. There. Because, there's... The hell? Oh. Okay. Huh. Probably won't be able to use them. Yep. But, oh, that nice. I lose strength, but the health regen. Oh, let me hit 20 already. And I should be stopping soon. I'm kind of out of things to talk about. So that, and then that's gonna do that. I'm gonna go back to this. Oh yeah, one thing I don't want to forget to mention, and it will be after this, because don't forget, I record this on Friday, it'll go live on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. At noon Pacific Time, which, if I remember correctly, that's 3 hours difference. So 3 o'clock. 2 hours after this started, which at this point would probably be in like 1 hour. The Devolver Direct will be going. So, various news from, you have got to be kidding me. From Devolver Digital will be coming out in as weird a way as Devolver can, because these things that Devolver does is always a bit weird, but typically amusing if you can handle their kind of weird. I can, but I can definitely understand some people would be like, no, no, I'm not good with this one. Alright, this is, well, I'll beat them, hopefully. Damn it. Although, yeah, that was this week, wasn't it? The Shadow Warrior 3 announcement, which one of the things that the Devolver Direct will be the first gameplay footage for. And I am thinking I would like to do a replay of Shadow Warrior 2, since I did review that in Let's Play Plus, but I'll probably first... oh, come on. Oh, no, that's just one of the normal games. Well, 2 of them, actually, but, Son of a bitch! I had the shield up, and she just went through me. It was... Oh, no. That was the wrong one. That was the damage one. Not the shield one. You know what? No, I'm just gonna stop now, because I do have other things to do. And that's, where I'm gonna start. So in theory, next week. I don't know. This could be a weird weekend. A weird following week that's gonna keep me from doing this. Put me in Satisfactory again. But that's just what I'll have to start with. But yeah, so I am. If I do a Let's Play Plus of Shadow Warrior 2, I think I will first revisit the original Shadow Warrior, which I'll be honest, I kind of enjoyed more. The RPG elements that they put into Shadow Warrior 2 were not always that fun to me. So yeah, I would be looking forward more to playing Shadow Warrior 1 than 2. But if I do 2, I will, like, new save, if that's possible. I actually don't remember if that allows a new save. I know it, once you finish it, you just start over again with all your gear. It's like an instant New Game Plus. I don't remember if it lets you do a completely new game, though, preserving that. But that will have to wait, because I've got so many things to do first. I still want to do the Rise of the Tomb Raider Let's Play Plus. I did the Tomb Raider one and then had to do other things. End up being the Metro Exodus. I have the table somewhere. Let me look at this. Yeah, I wanted to go to Rise of the Tomb Raider after doing Tomb Raider. I ended up doing Metro Exodus, Doom Eternal, and then Saints Row the Third. All after. I mean, two Saints Row the Third. That's kind of an exception, but it's like, come on. All right. I am done. I shall hopefully see you. I will hopefully see you next week. I keep having weeks where it's like, you know what, I've been busy enough. I can probably just skip, but it's like, nah, I can take the time. I can do it. Anyway, probably next week, because I don't not do these. Alright, see you then.